Hey guys, welcome to the second installment of my Pinnacle Journey. I'm recording this update for you on the afternoon of Saturday, July 31st. This is my 6th day in Panama. Now, I want to bring you up to speed on some of the things I've been up to since my recording on Wednesday, at least the things that are pertaining to the business matters at hand. So on Thursday, I headed over to a bank to open a bank account, which is a requirement for the permanent residency application. There I actually met two other Americans who were in the midst of the same process. One was from California. Her partner had come a few weeks earlier to do the same thing. Now it was her turn to process the application. And another gentleman from somewhere in the US, I can't remember the state. He and I didn't actually talk as much as I had talked with the woman from California. But again, all three of us were there for the same purpose, to open a bank account for permanent residency purposes. Now, just a lowdown on the process of opening a bank account in Panama, it wasn't too strenuous. Regardless of the Panama Papers debacle that they had a few years ago, that being said, they have added a few extra layers of requirements. So firstly, they needed proof of income, that I was actually generating income back home in Canada. But they also required a personal and commercial reference, which could be one and the same person. But besides that, in the standard ID you needed to present, the process was fairly straightforward, except for the fact that the banker and I couldn't really communicate that well. She spoke very little English, although she spoke more English than I speak Spanish. But that's okay, because we had my point woman there who was helping through the process. Now then on Friday, I actually got to go out and visit the location of my investment. Yes, it's actually real property. It's actually tangible. It's not paper. It's not a stock. It's not a bond or anything like that. It has an actual location. I actually met another American couple on that same trip who had made the same type of investment that I had. And they were quite the interesting couple, actually. They're from Austin, Texas. She is a mortgage broker, so she has she called it more of the 9-to-5 steady income job, although she runs it more as a small business. And then when I asked the husband what he does, he answered that he's an investor, which means that he goes out looking for opportunities to invest mostly in real estate or real property as well. So quite the dynamic duo. They had mentioned that they're planning on retiring in about 5 years, which is quite interesting to see, because we didn't talk about age, but based on my assessment, I would say they're about my age, maybe plus or minus a couple of years, but again, not a huge difference there. So very interesting to hear that they're looking at retiring, like I said, in 5 years and then sailing the world. So they're looking for opportunities to access different countries such as Panama with permanent residency if it ever came to needing that. So again, an interesting situation with them. And it was again interesting to see that there are many, many more people out there who are considering the same things that I'm in the process of doing. And they're not all American either. The Americans also told me they've met other Canadians on their trips here who are doing the same thing. Now, I'm not going to go into details of the investment that I made here. I will make another video about that, but I'll make that exclusively available to Pinnacle First Class clients. So again, for those of you who are wondering how you can access that kind of information, plus engage me in the wealth building process, just reach out to me. The website is just at the bottom of the screen here. Send me a note. It all starts with a coffee through Zoom or in person, whatever you feel comfortable with. We'll get to chatting and see how I can help at Pinnacle Financial. It's more than just financial advice. There are 3 different levels that we can engage in. All 3 of those levels do give you access to the Pinnacle First Class as well. So if you really want to see that content, that's the only way that it's accessible right now. Now that being said, I have a few more days left here in Panama. I leave on the morning of Thursday, August 5th. I have one more matter that I have to take care of as far as I understand, and that's getting in front of the Panamanian immigration authority and providing them with my final application for permanent residency. So that should be happening in the next few days here. I'm just waiting to hear back from point contact woman. She's doing all the organizing here, which is great to have her. She knows how it all works. It's really a godsend to this point. So again, great to have her, and she'll be helping me out through the final stages here. Now that should be the end of this stage, but that doesn't complete the whole process. Once permanent residency is approved, then I will have to come back to finalize things in the coming months as well. Now, of course, I will be documenting that process throughout on the YouTube channel. So if you're here watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe wherever the subscribe button is from here. I'm still getting used to which way you're supposed to point. I'm not as professional as some of those other people are, but hey, it's a learning curve, right? Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Adios, and together to the pinnacle.